hear it till you said it again. Like girls talking with clothes on. Yeah.
Hey, yeah. And Hood, when you get done with your clips, there's a link in the back. Let me know when you can get to that link, and I'll give you
Yeah,
the
I,
timestamp because this is the wildest shit you will ever listen to in your
yeah, I
life.
pulled it up on my phone just so I could have it on my history, but I couldn't like pre-screen it because I'm doing the show right now. So
Nah,
I
dude,
didn't
it's
want
the
to add
fucking
it. So what
dude.
is it?
It's the dude.
Can we keep the language a little bit tame? Because I'm trying to keep this clean here tonight as much as I can.
So basically, Brian and Andrew asked this girl, or this girl tells them about a situation right before her and her husband split up, and it's the most craziest thing I've ever heard a woman say in my life, dude. Craziest. And then she defends it. And then, dude, you just have to watch it. It's like 10 minutes. You can put it in double time, and it'll blow your mind.
Girls talking with clothes on is wild, bro.
I
You know
know,
what?
right?
Look. I just got off the phone. I talked to my mentee for like.
I want to tell you exactly what it is, but it'll spoil the reaction if I do.
All right, let's keep on the hush. Let's keep on the hush.
I'll check it out. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, Snowman, you got to drop. Give me that link again in the back chat because
it's in the back.
I spent 2 hours talking to my mentee, trying to talk him off the bridge of all the mistakes he's making with his little sex buddy, and it all came down to him being 25, 26 years old. And I was like, look, bro, you're in the age bracket to fall in love. It's too late for me. Look, once you hit 30, love is no longer on the table for a man. If you
really 27,
if you mature. I remember I
put the timestamp in the back too.
I have a younger cousin. We're exactly 10 years apart. I was 39. It was his 29th birthday. I called him on his 29th birthday. I say, look, cuz, you following my footsteps. You heavy hoeing like I did. You listen to me and your dad, and we got you out here as a savage. However, you got 1 year to get married because once you turn 30, it's over. You ain't gonna get no better. He said, it's already too late for me, cuz I done seen too much. I done did too much. I was like, oh my God. Because once women are like religion. If you have one woman, you will love it. If you have 5 or more women, you'll be like, oh,
you're gonna want to commit sideways if you have one or if you have 5 or more, dude. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about just
dude. I had when I was in my early 30s, I had a rotation, and just having a rotation of 4 or 5 different girls drove me batshit nutty. Because dude, I literally had to get his phone just specifically for them because
before the conversation starts,
okay, we about to freestyle out. Okay, go ahead.
I want to actually I want to lay this argument here at the table of men here. Am I way out of bounds? Because Dirty Folk, you kind of spoke to it. I think you kind of supported it to some degree, or at least because I had to step away. I couldn't hear everything you said, but you seem to be supportive of it to some degree. But this idea that men want to be needed in the relationship, and I specifically say like it's a mutual need, like it's not just some whole shit, but like men do kind of we want to have a place that is ours, you know. And I'm asking Angry Snowman first, and then I'm gonna pass it to everybody else. Snowman, the idea that men want to be needed.
You know what? I think maybe as young men there might be a need to want to be needed, but I think as a man gets older, he kind of grows out of that. Honestly, I think as he goes through life and deals with the trials of life kind of like beats that need to be needed out of him, where he's a lot of men are just content with existing.
Now here's the problem with that, right? There's this phenomenon of like the guy who retires and he doesn't find anything to do with his life and he dies shortly versus the guy who retires and keeps working at another little job just to have something.
Right.
He stays going forever. I do think there is some type of argument of men need something to keep them going. Maybe
I agree with that, but I think that's why I think in like the small town I grew up in, there was a lot of retired men that would meet up at the Eagles in the morning and have coffee every morning, same time, religiously. You know what I'm saying?
It's McDonald's in Chicago.
And I think that, and also there were other men's clubs there that were specifically tailored to more so seem like retirees. Where they could sit, they could meet up, they could do stuff, and it was on a routine schedule. Like the guy that lived next to me, He got up every morning at, I think it was like 4:30 in the morning, put the flag up, then went down to the Eagles, had coffee with the guys. I mean, and then had a bunch of other shit that he did all throughout the day. And it was different stuff all throughout the week just to keep him busy. It wasn't until his kids put him in the nursing home that he ended up passing away.
Right. And that isn't so much needing to be needed like I'm talking about. That's just, he had a life, right? He had an active life, so he wasn't just lonely.
It, though. Like my dad got a cat. I'm so happy my dad got a cat. He don't take care of the cat well, but he ain't take care of his kids well either. Like two babies, but the fact that he has something to do after my mom passed, and now he has something to take care of, I think is helping him out, no matter how bad he mistreats that cat on accident.
And see, that's why people, and this is another thing. Now we're getting a little bit more close to women. Women have the same need because women who don't have children tend to become dog and pet moms or whatever. And even women who do have children, like once the kids get older, like you need something in the house. And so it's like
other one. You forgot about the other thing. If she has a sister or a brother that got kids, either
the auntie.
That part, either the rich auntie, which they think they're gonna be, or the
drunk auntie.
Thank you.
Wait, I got a question.
Yeah. You mean the drunk auntie that be?
I'm gonna kick it back to you.
All of her nephews up as they grow up.
I got a quick question.
Yeah. Weird on.
Whoever on the panel, why don't we call these women winos? We know they love wine. Why don't we call them winos? Why is wino just a masculine thing?
It is because it's too pejorative. We call them wine moms and wine aunts to give it dignity.
I've been calling them winos. Hey,
Moscato and Night Train cost the same price. Why she get to drink Moscato, barefoot Moscato, and he drink Night Train, he a wino? It's the same. Never mind. I'm sorry.
All right.
So, well, I mean, Night Train don't come in a box though. It's levels to this shit.
Don't come in like a plastic bottle now.
Probably do.
I don't know. I ain't seen Night Train in so long, bro. Probably.
I think it do. It's up there with Old Granddad and the other ones. You know what I'm saying? They in a plastic bottle.
I'll take your word for it, bro.
The whole thing about
hold on. Yeah, before you jump in here, Trey. I'm gonna kick the question to you in a minute. But Mr. O, want versus need. I'm going to kind of switch it up a little bit. I want you to talk to this idea of the relationship being built on mutual need versus romantic love. What's your opinion on that? You think I'm close to the mark or off or what?
I'm glad you framed that question because I was going to respond in that way because I was going to try to tie that in. The biggest gaslight that we had to deal with the so-called from the opposite sex in the community, the phrase is, would you rather be wanted than needed? See, that right there is one of the biggest gaslight phrases because
Sugar Bum in the chat kept saying that too.
They know what they're saying when they say that ish because they want who they want when they want them. You know what I'm saying? But when they don't want them, they discard them. The person they need, the person they need is always gonna be in need. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at we in the bond Nate season.
Yeah, I get it, man. There ain't nobody coming to see her oldest. Ain't nobody coming to see Sugar.
But no, they tell you that.
No, I think. You spot on. Real quick. You spot on. And this is an argument that I was making to Chanel when I had this conversation the first time around when it came up. I think that you as a woman, when I was talking to her, I was explaining it this way. Like she as a woman was attempting to lure me into an unsecure situation by having me depend totally on this idea of her love. Whereas a situation that's built on need is a little bit more concrete. Like, not that, you could never leave or never die or anything like that, but there's a lot more structure there to keep both parties honest.
Hood, when you said that, Hood, I just thought about it. The reason why they're trying to give you the idea of love is because pretending to love you requires them actually doing nothing.
Exactly. Really? I mean, they was gonna be fucking you and screaming anyway, so you would have been gassed up just the same.
Honestly, it's a masculine conversation.
Are you saying that the idea of love from a woman is just one big gaslight?
Yes.
Listen, right? Think about it, right? The idea of all we need is love. I don't have to do anything to love you.
No.
I can just say I love you. No, hold on, let me finish. I can just say I love you. Huh?
I said finish up because you jumped the order. I'm gonna get it to Trey in a
Oh,
second.
all right, all right. No. I'm just saying, right? What you just said, it just hit me. Like that's why they're trying to tell you about. Oh, it should be all about love because it doesn't require them to do anything, but
No, but
say I love you and blow you and then move on.
they don't even blow you. But that's not the issue. The issue is worse than that. They require your love. They're telling you
That's
need to
right.
love them. Only men
Yeah,
have the
yes.
ability and capacity to love.
That's the
Dude.
trap right there. Well, hold on. Everybody's jumping in. I got to get it to Trey. Trey, obviously they're kind of stepping all over this question here, so I want to kick it to you clean now. Is the idea of a relationship built on mutual need versus romantic love, right? Which one is stronger, rather? Which one is the more stable situation? Mutual need or romantic love?
For me, it's neither, man. Maybe it's some kind of hybrid that the woman must need and love you. If you're gonna give her the time to move in with you, being an LTR with her, and you're gonna kick your resources out to her, she needs to need you and love you like the freaking sun. Like you got to be her freaking
What's
like
an
deity.
LTR?
Long-term relationship.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, marriage, cohabitation, whatever. Unlicensed state marriage, whatever you do. But for you to kick those benefits to her, you ain't gotta love her. Like she just has to provide some kind of value to you. And if she doesn't provide that value to her next, it doesn't matter how much she loves you, how much she needs you, move on to the next. Like as a man, like a snowman, you said it before, you kind of took my answer, like you've been listening to me. When you get older as a man, you realize that it ain't even worth it. Like for a woman, because I was saying this to SKC, when they develop that ick, they could be out. So you can't be sitting up there sweating that as a man. But if your resources and whatever you do in a man, if you that man for her, if you do it for her, you just got to keep doing what you're doing and keep that leverage of having that need and her love above her head. And if she fuck it up, cut her loose. That's simple.
Well, I mean, I don't argue like there's a perfect scenario there because even within the context of mutual need, people are people. People make mistakes. People mess up. People are selfish. People get greedy. People just get bored. Sometimes you just want to see a nigga squirm. Women just have crazy thoughts in their head sometimes, But I'm just talking about the overall like stability of one versus the other. You kind of came in with a door C. We only have doors A and B here, but I think there's always like in a big enough pool of people, there's going to be a group of people who found another way. You feel me? And it doesn't harm the whole.
I'll tell you this: every single dude out here that took the L, they needed her, or they were crazy. They needed her, and they were crazy in love with her. You could be in love with a chick all day long, but you got to be able to walk away. Like it.
Well, look at the graphic right here on the screen, Trey. When you are in love versus when you love, right? You see how the in love puts the man in a supplicant position on his knees, whereas love is a little bit more of a mutual exchange. And that's kind of what I'm getting at. There's a difference to the two situations.
I think the bottom captions are inverted, but I'll go with that. Here's the thing, because Trey just made me think about this. What women think love is really like. They want to like you and call it love. Men's love, there's a great meme of a man holding an umbrella over his wife's head, even though he mean mugging. Like you want her to be all right, but you don't like her. Like it's hard to love and like at the same time, right? You don't necessarily like her all the time, but you love her.
I tell my son that all the time. I love you because I have to. I don't like you because I don't.
That sounds like the father from Fences.
I was about to say, yeah,
that was a great moment. Yeah,
the Fences speech. Yeah, the lights come on, there's food in the fridge. I love you. I don't have to like you. I'm not required to like you because for men, love is duty. For women, love is a fleeting emotion.
Yeah.
Because women don't have the ability or capacity to love. They think they love their kids, but I'll tell you this: as much as they love their kids, everybody raises their kid but them. The daycare, the school, after-school programs, mentors, but they love their kid. All right, cool.
You know what, Dirty? You kind of own to some, because for some fact, I think women want to be in like with you and they want to call it love, but with the love they want from you is infatuation, worship.
But that's it. But here's the thing, Mr. O. They have, in order for a woman to function properly, they have to love that dude, that guy. If not, bro, they would rather be sitting up here making TikTok videos complaining about spend $15 on gas.
But they
Because
don't
here's the
have to
thing.
work.
But
Do
man,
they have to,
real-
no,
one
hold
thing.
on now, because do they
Real
have to
quick,
love
let me
them?
say one more thing, Snow
We all
Man.
just interrupted. Hold on. Yeah, Trey, you just interrupted the panel. Guy, you finish it up, and then we're gonna tell you why you're stupid.
Go ahead.
Okay, here's the thing. No, I'm not kidding, y'all. That red bone, there's 50 niggas out there right now that would bend over backwards for that red
51.
bone that was complaining about $15 worth of gas.
51.
Tell
on
me
the
I'm
panel
lying.
Right here.
No,
I'm on
she'll
here.
wait.
Tell me I'm lying.
She'll waste a red bone. You're not lying. I said it.
Yeah,
I can't
lie.
I was laughing like, yeah, she wasted a red bone. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. I don't want a girl to love me. I want a girl to treat me like she treats her employer. Come to me when you're mad. You still won't be 6 minutes late. Don't tell me I'll be ready in 15 minutes to take you an hour. You can't be 6 minutes late for your employer. He'll write you up. There's penalty there. I think that men in today's society are horrible patriarchs. I don't think you raise your toddler right. But culturally, people don't raise their toddler right. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Hey,
man.
I understand what Dirty. I understand. Hold on, I understand what Dirty's
Yeah, you
saying
got
here
it.
because there was a point in time where my wife used to take a fucking hour just to eat a hamburger until I started getting up and leaving when I was done.
Nah, Dirty. I prefer a slave versus.
I'm
employee,
just
but-
saying.
I prefer.
Well, hold on now.
I prefer slave like a
Double
motherfucker.
talking. Now you're double talking. This is why we all kind of erupted when you said that thing a minute ago about her love.
Thing.
About her love. I've learned through experience that her love it feels good. You know, it's cute. She touches your back. She
It feels warm and
nibbles
wet.
on your earlobe and shit. Like, it's cute when she loves you, and I like that.
Yes,
I don't not want that. Right? That's not what I'm arguing for. I don't want you to take that off the table, but that's not what I really want from her. I expect that from her because she's a fucking girl. But what I really want is her to treat me with respect.
Well, I'll tell you
love
this, Hood.
is great, but love is
Look,
nibbles on the
hey,
earlobe. And
you either go
Well,
get
I'll tell you this.
That's
Hold on.
really what I'm
Let me respond to Hood, fellas, bro. I'll tell you this, Hood. And the Western woman, Strag, Beck, Maria, Ling Ling, all of them Western are no longer capable of love, bro. I know I'm
Nope.
generalizing, but I'm saying it's over 90%, bro.
Okay,
incapable
fair
of
enough.
love.
But this is why, and this is why. You know what? Yesterday I was getting on dude about wanting this pat on the head and all that because ultimately there is no value in that because that's not real love. That's literally how the whole thing came up about him getting a pat on the head. He was talking about he getting the love from the girls on the panel. I'm like, bro, you got a wife at like what love you getting here? And he was like, they love me. I'm like, no, nigga, that's a Scooby snack. You ain't getting no love. And then I
So
turned
that
into
means
a
that
pat
he's
on
not
the head.
getting love.
Dude, that ain't even a real Scooby snack. It's a
my
fake
whole
Scooby
point-
snack.
That's
My
the
whole
point.
point in bringing that up was to point out how you're after a pat on the head, and I'll talk shit till I get my respect. Like, you're gonna have to kick me out of here if I don't get my respect. Like,
You know
that's
what?
the shit I'm on.
Not only
You
do
got to
want
pay
pat-
$500 to remove him permanently.
not only do they want to pat
I'm
on
gonna
the
come to
head.
you right now. One second. You got it dirty.
Hold on, Hood. Not only does he want to pat on the head, he wants to pat without.
Rizzo, you coming up.
He wants to pat without the coochie. Like the amount of people like yo, like dirty folks. You wild, you bogus, you're a misogynist. But I'm fucking. You getting all the oh my god, all the poetry slam snaps and all that shit. Like, oh yeah, tell dirty folks he wrong for saying, man, I need to fry chicken and suck dick and shut up. But you do, like and then he be like, but you're not fucking. Like, I'm fucking your wish list.
Dude,
Like,
all
every
them poetry slam bitches are all Antifa anyhow.
Look, here's the thing. Everything, because it's not about women that can't love anymore, Trey. The women can't trick you anymore. The thing, the simple tricks that grandma now is boomers, and boomer women are horrible.
No, grandma now is millennials and Gen X women.
Okay, so
Shit,
our
we're
grandma.
about to be the grandpa generation.
I just said that.
I know. So our grandparents, right? The silent generation grandma, the tricks they told you. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Keep his stomach full, his balls empty. Like, they trying to tell you how to keep a man. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, I don't cook, I don't clean, I still got a ring. Like, bitch, no, that was the exact opposite of grandma told
Hold
you
on,
to do.
let me get Free Zone up here real quick. I'm gonna put the table. I'm gonna put the question to you. You're the last one on the table, and we're gonna just let it free roam after that. But this idea of men. First of all, there's the idea of men needing to be needed within the relationship, and then also bigger than that, the relationship itself has to be built on mutual need. Or in my argument, it's better if it's built on a mutual need versus this modern sense of romantic love, like they were just talking about up on the Lapeef panel.
No, I agree with you. I think the way you phrase it, mutual need is more essential. That's the foundation, and love is like the bonus that keeps everything. It keeps it going from a longevity standpoint. So like mutual need when I think of mutual need, because I was going to say mutual benefit, right? Because mutual benefit, realistically, here's what I was going to come up to say.
Take your time, Pastor. Take your time.
Here's what I was going to come up to say. The thing that keeps relationships going long term is structure, rules, expectation, boundaries.
Really?
No. Let him cook.
Yes.
He's from the stove.
Okay.
It's his stove. It's his
Okay.
stove.
There's truth in that.
That's the foundation. That's the foundation, and then love is the bonus that's added to it that keeps it going. But you got to have the foundation first. Like, you can do all this love shit all you want to, but if you don't have a stable structure, then all that love and all that stuff, it don't mean nothing. The end is inevitable.
I think love is mistaken with romance. But I'll say this: I believe that anybody can love anybody if time is invested. Just platonically, I got friends I got love for. We known each other 30 years. I'm like, I love you, bro.
What
That-
the
Well, I
fuck
mean,
is
that-
platonic,
hold
man?
on,
We ain't talking
Well,
about Fleece
platonic
Johnson
isn't-
kind of love, bro.
Platonic is a non-romantic type of love, and we're not
No,
even
that
talking
would
about
be
Fleece.
platonic, not platonic.
Whatever. We know. About the
Fucking
word.
Racist
illiterate
cracker.
Negroes.
I know you're the one white guy trying to be racist tonight. We're not doing that tonight. That's
I-
yesterday.
Hold on, are you guys? Hold on, real quick. Are you guys disagreeing with what Freezone said? Because I think he was actually
don't.
No,
100%
do.
correct.
I'm with
I
him with the
don't
structure
disagree,
and all
no.
that. I don't
I'm
disagree.
about 40% with Free Zone, and I'll tell you
All right,
why.
so give me the 60.
The 60 is this. As I said before, you could have that structure all day long, but she has to love you like a woman loving a piece of fried chicken in Alabama. Like,
Well, let me
she's
say
gotta
this.
want
I
to
don't
suck
wanna
the skin
argue
off
against
the
that.
bones, like figuratively, not literally. If Free Zone, you can put that structure in place all day long. If she ain't feeling, if she ain't rocking with you, she don't give a fuck.
No.
rather
I
she'd be on the
don't. I'm not
streets.
going to argue against you. I'm not going to argue against you, but I would say that is a different challenge, and that's a more internal to the relationship challenge. Like, that is your role as a man. This is when they say, keep the shit spicy. You still have to be the man. You still got to smack her on the ass, and every now and then, you got to do the little things that make a woman look at a man like, I would suck his dick right now. Like, you have to be the guy that she wants to blow at the drop of a hat. And as time goes on, it gets a little bit trickier, maybe, because you start doing other things. You just start living life. But that's another thing in relationships with just what do they call it? Irreconcilable differences. That's legal talk for my wife stopped fucking me.
Well, that's the mistake guys make of this same age marriage with the Zoomers and the younger millennials that want to date like, oh, I'm 30, she's 30. Let's come together after grad school. No, man. If you're 36, she better be under 25.
Trey, did you just
Just
tap
straight
my
up, I'm-
phone call, bro? When I was talking to my mentee, did you tap my call, bro?
No,
I just
no,
told
bro.
him, I said, man, this is some modern shit for you to have your high school age bracket, 4 years age bracket thing. Like, I think the best relationship is, and I told him, I said, man, in black cities with liberal states, you can't be 16, but in most of America, the legal age is 16. Like, 16-year-old girl and a 25-year-old guy with a job, and he's able to take care of it. Like, why is she getting pregnant by a 17-year-old? Like, let a young man.
I think that's
generation.
practical, but it's too controversial for the modern world. Because you know how women look at a 27, 24-year-old relationship like he's a predator. Like, you should see how they talk online, bro. It's
Bro,
crazy.
that's just
I know
online,
that-
bro.
I
That is
know
online. They
that's
are not doing
online.
that in person.
They
And-
were-
I
and
know.
here's
I'm
the
just
thing, Hood.
saying. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying
No,
people don't want that
That's
conversation.
online with the same girls that was at Kenwood High School sleeping with R. Kelly in the 90s. We were there.
Ain't how you mad.
No, but those are the same girls that vote. That's kind of the grand point I'm making of it. Like, they say that, they do that, but then they punish you for it.
Hold on. I think we need to disregard all of that simply because that's just a tactic for shaming you for not dealing with washed up women. So I think it's mostly like it would mostly behoove us to just disregard that entire conversation about them saying 25, 27 is a predator. Like, that's just for them because they want for men to deal with washed up women. But I do find this ironic because my nephew actually has been indoctrinated, and he's 25, and I'm like, bro, you need to get you a fucking 19, 20-year-old right in college. Oh, that's too young. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
No,
And then
that's
you gotta slap
I'm
him.
like-
You gotta punch that nigga in the chest when he says.
I'm like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? Like, you sound wild right now.
American Pie really had, the whole MILF thing that started in American Pie going to 99 and 2000. See, they was trying to go ahead and start with after the Sex in the City fiasco. They needed a good landing spot for these for the back then the washed up boomer women. Once they manipulate them with the so-called strong independent lifestyle, that's when they had basically programmed the whole Western populace, especially the young males, with the American Pie. She's a mama I like to fuck. Unfortunately, that wave is ended now. It can only last about 20, 25 years. Now it's ended now.
Well,
No, but that's just.
Well, Mr. O, you know how you know it's a manipulation tactic? Do they say the same thing when it's a 35-year-old woman with a 24-year-old man?
There you go. It's always.
No,
They don't. They don't.
This is the thing, fellas. This is the thing. When I go out in the streets, honestly, and like, it is not like 30-year-old women trying to like smiling all of my face. Like, it's women in their 20s. I'm a whole 50 fucking years old, and women in their 20s, like epiphany phase, like that little Pastor Cock carousel epiphany phase, that is straight up like save me, straight up.
And as they should. Congratulations to you, sir, for doing.
No, I can't. No.
I ain't saying you
Can't
gotta
do
go.
it.
Hey, look, my niece who's 26 years old just married someone who's the same age as me and has
Now
two
it
kids.
traces back to the I don't want to be needed by the needy.
So Sugar Bum in the chat, which one is?
I'm sitting next to Mrs. MBD, my nigga. I'm trying to keep my life here.
Hey, God bless you, bro. Look, you always want to know you still got it. I ain't saying go, but just know you still got it. Congratulations, sir. You still want to know you still got it.
But it's going back to what Hood was saying, like what they say online, but what they do in person. And just like your niece, no man, she ain't crazy. Luckily she's been around you long enough. Maybe she's been around you long enough to see, okay, this is a man. I need to be around a real man. And these younger dudes, Free Zone, you're an anomaly, bro. For them young dudes around your age.
Guys, do me a favor. I want to take a station break here, do a little station business. Thank you to the lovely Miss Cantrell for the $9.99. She says, I love your shows, Hood. Thank you for that. I love your
You see, she changed her outfit again too, right?
I was just getting ready to say, look at that picture all of a sudden.
Oh, she be changing When you change clothes on social media, you's a bad mama jamma. Shout out to you, man.
I know she be doing her thing. We love you over here, Miss Cantrell.
Hey, I would say something, but that's your girlhood, so I ain't gonna comment. But yeah, good outfit.
Shout out to Clue Studios with the
I have yet to see her in a bad one.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like I said, happy belated birthday, Miss Cantrell. It was our birthday last week, so happy birthday to us.
Girls have it a little bit easier. They can just literally wear $10 rainbow dresses and be killing it for the day.
Hey, Cassie, a link real quick. It's on Instagram, man. You want to talk about something? I'm gonna put it in the back check, man. We got
put it in the back. We might get to it later. Put it in the back. One last thing. Shout out to Clue with the $10 for the pen attacks, and then also shout out to my man Cafe as Bueno with the $2. So all those bears that got picked. Remember the bears? That was such a fun time.
Yeah,
ain't a bitch talking about a bear at all now.
I asked last night, did anyone get the bear side of all of this?
Man, the bears in the manosphere now. The bears are on some MGTOW shit.
Did anyone get the bears side of all of this?
To be fair, bro, the quarterback for the Bears wears lipstick and fingernail polish, so I don't know.
Well, they can have that bear.
But
wrong bears.
All right,
wrong bears. I just want to hear from the Bears. I want to hear their experience and what they think about it. That's all.
No, Havoc had a comment I want to address, man.
Hold on, real quick. I'm just sorry because I'm just thinking about the Bears. I guess she stole half my honey.
No, think about it. When a woman had
my picnic basket.
No, when a woman had a chance to be with a bear, right? She ate their porridge, messed up their beds, burglarized their house. She was a home invader, and then cursed them out and cried because they was like, "Yo, you came in my crib, ate my stuff, slept in my bed." Like they terrorized the bear. What they gonna
Yo,
do?
that's a fact.
And she was an
I didn't
illegal.
think about that. You're
Fucking ice on
right.
Goldilocks.
If she do that to the bear, what's she gonna do to you?
Yeah, that's a fact.
I
Hey,
didn't
dude,
make,
maybe that's why Sasquatch be hiding all the time.
bro.
I ain't make it up. Did I make it up? Am I lying? That's what she did. Look. I just want to. Having said, washed up women messed up their pair bond and can never pair bond with anyone. I would go a step further. I was having a conversation with my mentee about, right before I got on the show on the panel, and I was talking about him being 26 and the girls I was nailing at 26, mothers, daughters, all that. And I'm like, yo, I'm at the age bracket. I hate to see used to be hot women, right? And I had all these lists of like Lisa Ray and all like used to be hot, but you still got that 1996 prom queen attitude, but you're not that anymore, right? And I gave my allegory.
Hey, hurry up with your side mission so this man can
Yeah,
finish
man.
the rest of his money.
I make
Wait,
quick
man.
allegory. Make quick allegory. Every girl I know had the right dude in her 20s. Left that dude, got a not as good but similar dude in her late 20s, early 30s. Now they used to be hot 55, because I'm thinking about my sister's friends and shit. 55, and now you stuck with an alcoholic gambler. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to fix up this old 1989 Chevy Eldorado because you missed out on you had the dudes that were the everything you said dude's supposed to be, but he had rules and structure because that's how he got what he had, because he lived his life in such a way you couldn't fall in line because you was a hot girl. Like, I'm pretty, I can always upgrade, but you
You
can't.
know what, Dirty? That is really the biggest tragedy of like a lot of the modern women, and not all, but most, right? Just about every modern woman who is out here complaining about there are no men, where are the good men? I can't find a man. I can't find a man. I need a man. I'm alone. All of that stuff. Almost every single one of them has a guy in their past that would have been willing to sacrifice it all to keep them happy. But the problem is they would have never been happy with that guy, but that was the guy, and they just couldn't live up to the role. And so it's just this weird trap. And this is why a lot of guys right now, we're like, listen, I don't want to be needed by the needy. That's a trap for me. But that being said, I want to get back because we're going to wrap this up. We're almost to the 3-hour mark. We're going to wind this down.
I have a question. Wait. I'm going to ask you, Coach. Why don't you want to be needed by the? You know my thing. I want an illiterate girl, soap and water. Like I see the potential in her. If I put her in a bath, she might be somebody. Like put a $10 outfit on her and tell us it's Versace. Like, why don't you want a needy chick? Why do you want a girl that knows how to read?
No, I want her. I want her need to be based on the relationship we build, not based on a situation of her life. I'm not a circumstance wizard. I'm not trying to fix a bitch up.
All right, so hood, bro, get your passport, bro. Get your passport in the third world for real.
Can I just say something?
Leverage.
Can I just
need
say
that
something?
leverage, bro? Real quick, you will never get that in the Western world at your age, hood. I'm sorry, bro. You're never gonna get that. You got to go third world at this point.
Yep.
Can I just say something real quick, Dirty? My homie, right, the other day, I was in Myrtle Beach with him. And he was like, yo, you remember this chick? And I'm like, nah, bro, I don't remember. Right? Me and this guy's like 20 years in now. So You're asking me shit from like anything beyond 2 years ago, I'm not going to remember if it's not significant. And he's like, yeah, remember this chick? And I'm like, nah. And he just randomly drops, bro, she couldn't read. She was a good chick. Yeah. And I was just like, bro, you can't just drop that randomly. He was like, yeah, bro, she couldn't read, but she was a good chick. She did everything I said, this and that. And I'm just like,
bro, but then niggas be fucking it up too. That's a skills issue. But niggas don't really need a lot, bro.
You know what?
No, but it depends, man. It really depends, man. Because a lot of these dudes want to put their chick to work, and how depending upon what kind of work you want her to do, outside of cook, clean, and fuck, like how's she going? If you have a business and you want her to work for your business, how's she gonna do it if she can't read, bro? Like,
okay, so
that's the line, free zone. Look, the line is reading and writing.
It's on the register like they used to do at McDonald's, bro.
No. That's the line. Reading, but No. Hold on, fellas. 'Cause this is. I wish Pablo Frescobar was here, because if you go overseas, remember that language barrier, and you got to test her over there to make sure she can read and write in her own language. But still, like the basics you want is reading, writing, and use a calculator. That is
No, I
all.
don't.
Anything more,
Third grade
anything more,
level.
you're in trouble.
I want a girl to read at a third. She don't have to read all the prescriptions on the ingredients on the prescription. She has to have a third grade basic reading level. Like I understand wanting to work with your girl. I made that mistake before, and I realize now girls can help you or they can fuck you, but they can't do both. The thing that makes women better than men, as far as relationships go, is that women are always competing for men. Men are competing for resources and respect and attention and adulation. Women are competing for men, right? So you can have one woman sleeping with three dudes, and all three dudes is laughing like, "Oh, remember that hit that?" Like me and my nigga Tony be talking about Tiff, like, "Yo, remember you hit that?" But women will compete for that man. As a matter of fact, if you have multiple women, you probably have a better understanding. So I can have my bottom girl, my head secretary, be the girl who can't read, and then I can sleep with the girl who does the taxes. But here's the thing: the girl that does the taxes, if she your main girl, she'll forget how to count next year just because she's sleeping with you. She'll try to manipulate the situation. You got to keep them competing, bro. Because if you
Hey, to Dirty Folks' point, and I wanted to say this before you asked me the question, Hood. That's why these guys fight so hard for them Scooby snacks on panels. Because if you notice, like, you ever hear chicks ask the question, like, let's say you're the host of the channel and you have a panel full of women and they all respect you, right?
that's crazy.
When guys come up on the panel, what do the chicks say? Why can't you be more like the host? Why can't you be more like it's like this weird thing that keeps them insulated from outside what's the word? You see scrutiny, you know what I mean? And that's why they want the Scooby snack.
So Chris
Free
Rock,
zone.
Because they want to take advantage of that women competing for men aspect.
but free. That's all things. You know how many women have told, how many people, boomers too, boomer men too, but they just male feminists have told me, I wish that the guy I like had your qualities. Like I like you. I like the fact you're smart. I like the way you're ambitious. I like what you're doing, but I don't like you as a person. I wish somebody I like did you. Right. It's like Patrice O'Neal saying they looking for a Patrice O'Neal type. Like you could have Patrice O'Neal, but they don't want the baggage.
Free zone.
They don't want the shit that make it.
We hit that when the Gula hit them panels, like, you know, back in the day, it would be like, oh my God, you remind me of my uncle. You sound like my granddad. The advice they used to give me, boy, stop.
Yeah.
You know what killed me about that whole interaction, and I noticed I started picking up on it when I was over on the Bracy Nigga channel, because it happened to just come out in a moment. I'm like, bro, like you just don't like me talking to these chicks. I just realized you get aggravated when I talk to these chicks because like I don't be really caring about it the way you care about it, but I noticed the frustration coming out of them, and then it occurred to me like, oh, you want all the Scooby snacks, bro. My bad. I didn't realize I was stealing your Scooby snacks. My bad, bro. You got them. They yours.
You know what's so crazy about that, Scooby-Doo, my friend? Or you be Scrappy, I guess. You make the sandwiches. You know what's so crazy about that? All the Scooby snacks only want Scooby-Doo. Like, Chris Rock had the best line. He said, men see you with a good woman and they want a woman like yours.
Yep.
Women see you with a good man, they want that man.
Man.
That's a great place to stop it real quick. I wanted to get back to the season of need, I guess is a way to call it. That's what we're going to call it over here in the church. This is the season of need, you know, because everybody's in need from time to time, and women right now appear to be approaching a season of need. You know, and she's a pretty big girl too.
She pretty big, all right. She pay like she weigh. She pay like
I
she
don't
weigh.
know. I don't know. We about to listen to
they
a
stopped
problem.
doing that a long time ago, though. Dirty. They got into the line with the ugly shit.
Yeah, that body positivity shit fucked that up. Pay like you weigh, in Mr. O stay.
I know somebody told me that they still paying though. I don't know. I haven't really tried it out.
Now,
As soon as you done this clip, Hood.
See, you got to understand.
As soon as you done this clip, Hood, I want to speak because I want to say something about the survival mode thing that I keep
Well,
seeing.
get it off right now because I
Oh,
got.
I wanted to get in there too.
Survival mode,
right.
American Man, and then we're going to the clip. God damn
God
it!
damn, we
All
can't
right,
even
all
get
right,
to the clip yet. We just see the title.
Nah, he can play the clip, but
All right, we're gonna play the clip. Let the titties talk because they are kind of large. But she's a fat girl. You know, I think fat girls are supposed to have giant tits, but you know, it's weird when they don't.
I think that should be a
That's the devil at play when they don't.
Of living in survival mode.
She cute for a big
I'm
girl.
tired
I
of
like
living in
her.
survival mode. Like,
No, she's
where
not.
does it end?
Dude,
Life
them
is
lips
so
will swallow your
expensive.
face.
People that don't
That's
have no
why I
jobs,
like her.
Shut up, y'all. Let me hear this.
Let her talk. Let
All
her
right,
talk.
All right, we're running this back. We're running
Yeah,
this back. Niggas be thirsting over fat girls fucking up the show.
First of all, she got nice skin, but I think it's a filter. But no, she pretty big. Oh my god.
Go back and let the big bitch talk.
I know this is this look crazy.
Wait, run it back, Hood. Run it back.
She light skin, but she like she got Down syndrome, bro.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Don't talk to me about this colorism shit because
Life
you
is
don't
like a
even
box
know
of
these red
chocolates.
bitches be hit too. Stop, man.
Hey, life is like a box of chocolate.
Looking like a
man.
low
That's
budget
what
Ice Spice right there. But go ahead, play the clip.
Yo,
Everybody take a deep breath. We got it. We got to continue.
I am tired of living in survival mode. I'm tired of living in survival mode. Like, where does it end? Life is just so expensive. People that don't have no jobs, like, and they are living life. Like, what are y'all doing? Put me on. Like, God. Everything is so expensive. Bills is just so expensive. You just get bill after bill after bill after bill after bill. Bills. Then rent high. Groceries high. You go in there and buy 5 things. That's about $200. Might be exaggerating a little bit. 150. But still.
How about 40?
Welcome to life, bitch.
Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, right? Because I'm joking about the 40 ball, but not really. Because like, because this is why the Nate thing. Because Nate was I'm in a bind. Nate. Everybody remembers that from Set It Off. Now, this is why it becomes such a pertinent thing and like a little cultural touchstone joke, because as men we kind of understand how it is for women that should be happening. You need whatever, but as men at the same time, you got to play hardball. You got to put something on the table. You want something, I want something. Now, the only other alternative for that is a man that would be willing to partner with you in life and help you make those ends meet, right? Now, here's the thing. That has nothing to do with a 40 ball at all, right? But in the modern world, would you actually appreciate that man? And this is what this is why guys don't want to jump in as much anymore, because dudes are afraid of being in that position and it being for nothing. Like, you ever do something big for a chick and then she turn around and act like you don't exist? Like what have you done for me lately type shit? Like, dudes have seen enough of that. And so it's like, I don't know. You're just gonna have to work it out.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
we're not gonna
let me jump in on this survival mode thing, right? Because I think that actually kind of rounds around to what Free Zone Lou was talking about. When you have structure and all of that, well, first of all, let me say this, right? Black culture, let's be honest, black women gatekeep that, and they sort of, them and their palm colored little hat overlords gatekeep what black culture is. At that point, right? Hold on, bro.
Anybody
Right,
say nothing, bro? Man,
right. At that point, right? If you notice, do you ever hear black men complaining about survival mode? You notice it's only black women that talk about that.
No, I see these bitch
Well,
ass niggas out here.
but it's mostly these niggas following black
I
women.
think the proper state of man is survival mode. Like, no matter, even if you
no, incorrect. Hold on, incorrect, right?
Okay.
What has happened is they've made being black a key component of being black is survival mode, right? I.e., I gotta constantly fight the white man. Everything is surviving the white man, living, struggling with the white man, all that stupid.
That's not what I'm talking
Right.
about.
Well, but this is the point that I'm making, right? Is that survival mode thing is self-inflicted because it's a part of what they're deeming what it takes to be black in America.
Well, women gays and
And
fellas
so
do that.
no, it is. And so when you have structure and everything, you don't deal with that survival mode.
I agree with you. I'm just saying women, gays, and felons. Like when white people be
Yep.
like, I went to jail so many times, I'm blacker than you. I'm like, I don't think going to jail makes you black, but go rock out, knock out, my little trailer park friend. You know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying, and I believe
Well-
it became a part of victimization.
But
became part of their identity.
and
To be black.
but
is to
that's
be
why
black,
I was
right?
saying that love is only practical when it's attached to structure and responsibility and mutual benefit. That's what I was trying to say. I got a phone call, but that's the only time that it's really practical. On its own, it won't stand the test of time. My problem with the survival thing, and to all the guys that are waiting for the world to get into survival mode and all this stuff for women to act right, history actually debunks that entirely, because during the Great Depression, when motherfuckers was starving and all that shit, that actually accelerated feminism more because women needed to work and women needed to be in these positions. So I don't understand where they get this idea that when the world ends, women are just going to revert, because historically that hasn't been true.
Well,
You know
free
why?
zone. The thing is this, bro, is that
He's all right.
if you're a guy who understands some dark psychology traits, now is the perfect time to be alive, because all these women up here, if you can come in and like scoop them up and have like a roster of them like dirty folks, and they would all be in love with you, but it would all be through manipulation. But that's headache.
But
Yep.
yeah, well, you know, girls are headaches anyway. One girl, 10
Yep.
girls. But here's the thing: what they say, all women are crazy. You just got to find a level of crazy you can accept. But here's the
As long as
here's
she
the-
hot enough, you deal with her
Yeah,
crazy.
right. And as long as she hot enough, the other girls will stay. They just won't stay if you find an ugly chick. They'll be like, oh, you sleep with her. Got to keep it consistently hotter. But because they always competing. But here's the thing. I agree with Free Zone way more than he believes, because women's nature is to be capricious. What women need is a program, right? That's part of the experience, is to have things like, because girls aren't really problem solvers. Women manipulate systems that men create, right? So if you give them a system, like, to be a caseworker is better than being a husband. If I were a caseworker and I could sleep with my little, the people like landlords do, like, oh, you short on the rent, come on here, holler at Nate. That is
Yo, I got a perfect example of that. There was a girl during this whole EBT wave, when they were first cutting EBT. There was a girl, I played her videos on one of my streams, where her plug, the dude she was sleeping with too, worked at the EBT office. Like, that's basically what you're describing.
and that works. That's a case of dependency.
A
That's a
friend
case of
in
need.
need is a friend indeed, huh?
A friend in need. There you go. That's time tested, right? A friend in need is a friend indeed. There's a lot of people, a lot of men and women, a lot of people, because I got this from Jay-Z on that Jay-Z R. Kelly album we can't play because R. Kelly caught a case. When it was like, man, you never know how a person really feel about you when you got money and they don't, because they need you. You know, if we all got money. My whole thing is, I never want her to have money. Number one, because she can't count. What's she gonna do with money? It's a bunch of numerical digits. But second of all, this girl's
know
too
that from
fat to
Pretty
be.
Tony, man. The school of Pretty Tony. You only gotta keep your 3 or 4s broke.
Man,
All
keep
my
them broke.
hoes, all my
Hair
hoes,
hair done, all that, but no dough. She get money, she liable to
you
go
heard me.
crazy.
All my hoes demonetized, but go ahead.
This girl right here, she a cute big girl, but the whole truth of the matter is, it's working women that makes life expensive. One salary could pay for America until women started working. So it's her fault. If she didn't have a job, she'd be able to be a housewife and fry all the chicken she wanted to fry. But bro, I forgot my third point. Y'all rock out. I have something else, but I forgot it.
I want to get to the end of this clip real fast, and then I think I want to pull up that thing Snowman gave me, and we'll wind it down after that.
My man said she could fry the chicken.
On top of that, I got a puppy. I got a child.
She got a
question.
puppy and a child.
She got a what?
They
A
need
puppy
things.
puppy and a child.
I
Of
want
course she
things.
does.
They want things.
Of course she does.
Oh,
Why does she have a puppy?
Why ain't
Facts.
she, why ain't she
Wait,
selling
wait,
the
that's
box?
that look she hit you with when I'm in a bond, Nate. Look at it real quick, right here. I'm in a bond, Nate.
Hey, Hood. That's
I
You
that
be,
to
going,
sell.
Hood?
I be,
Hey, she got that look to sell or not sell the box.
No,
Facts.
no. You
Are
know
you
what's
going, Hood?
no. You know what's so bad about that
I'll
trade?
clap. I'll clap.
It's not to sell it, not because she's gonna use the box. Do I sell or do I donate the box? Because she's never not fucking. Do I
Oh,
sell or do I
Do I
donate?
sell or do I donate? I know because donation is a different deal. And you know what? Speaking of donation, this is how things used to work before the government was everybody's daddy. People didn't just starve all the time. Like, I mean, hunger was hunger. We really did have hunger in America at one point in time. But before the government came along to just give people food, the church was the biggest, like, lender, not lender, what's the word? Donator,
Provider,
right?
yeah, donate.
The provider. The church was the biggest provider of things in times of need. And so because it was coming from the church, there was a little bit of an expectation that you can't be a piece of shit and lean on the church too. So there was a moral kind of pressure that goes along with it. But let me stop for a minute here. Imperious, you've been asking for the link for 3 hours because the show is 3 hours long now, and you've been asking for it since I fired up. So I'm sure you have things on your chest you want to let go of. So now's the time because we're going to wind it down soon. So you came
Can
right
you hear
back
me?
right on time.
How are you? Can you hear me? Or you hear me all right?
Doing good. Your audio isn't great, but it's good enough.
I'm. Let me see. Hold on, I gotta. All right.
No, just keep
Is
going.
it-
No,
Just
just
keep
I'll
going.
try to do it.
rock out, knockout. Go ahead.
All right. You know, the male. I'm so sick of this fucking male. First of all, I'm really tired of the male female discussion. Like, this is like, it's we gotta move on from this. Like,
We're never moving on.
people.
We're not.
Never.
But,
Never.
I know, but
Ever.
the fact that nobody will move on is the fact why we're in the hands of women, is because in their minds, and they're sitting around talking, going, they're dogs. I mean, if we could just lift our leg up and show them some pussy, they'll do whatever we want. Who cares? And as long as that, and until we move past that paradigm as guys, like, until you're what do all these hero mythos, what do all these stories do? It shows that the hero has to go through a point where he loses everything and is willing to give up everything. Men will not give up pussy, and until they give up pussy, they will not win. And
You
so
brought that up last time we spoke. Real quick, I'm sorry. You brought that up last time we spoke, and I was aghast for a second, but you're not wrong. It's just
No, he's
a
correct.
big deal. You have to be
Hero.
willing to leave the box on the table and walk away from the game.
He's correct.
I agree
Shout
with that
out to
part.
Coach Greg Adams for that.
No, I agree with that part. But here's the thing, though. Then
But many men have been saying that.
a lot of people, the Protect Your Seed movement, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bros before hoes.
I mean, my dad told me that when I was like 10 years old. He's like, dude, he's like, kid, look, women are gonna they're gonna manipulate you. They're gonna do what they want. You better look out for you.
I agree with that. And your dad tells you what God loves. Here's my thing. Why we're at a point now that shaming tactics only work on men. Like, people are trying to shame women back into some type of modesty instead of just out-fiving them. That's my suggestion. But men are being shamed. How many times have you not wanted to sleep with a girl and they're like, "Oh, you must be gay"? Like, how you gonna shame me into sleeping with you? You got me fucked up, sir.
Well, because you know what? It's such an inversion of the power dynamic from her perspective, because like sex is I call it a superpower, but it's not. But from a woman's perspective, it really is like a superpower.
Man, it's a bargaining chip. It's a bargain.
No. Most dudes are so weak that it's like kryptonite to Superman.
Yeah, it literally is. It's like
this is why women are an asset in the espionage world. There are very few.
And it's why they have the egos. It's why everyone asks, how can these girls sit on YouTube and go, or on TikTok and go, when I date a man, you should not have a problem spending more than $10,000 on a date for me. Because you know what? You guys wanting that pussy so bad that she can negotiate at that level is the reason why. It's
it's not even just the idea of the box, because everybody is driven by a sexual passion or whatever. But I think it's more than that. It's the idea that this woman with that box will love
will
me.
give everything her nature up for me
Yes,
because I'm
yes.
so good.
The blue pill
I'm so
dream
good
is
of a guy.
magnetic.
My money is so fucking good that she's gonna give up her very survival, which is trading her ass for resources, because my resources are so good. That's the
powerful.
You know
male.
what else I noticed? You can actually listen to when a man talks, whether he's passed up box or not. Like you can tell the men that like just pass up box, like, I'm not interested. I'm good. I'm gonna move on. Versus the men who have to try and get every bit of it.
I
And
agree.
like all you gotta do is
Women
listen.
have the biological instinct to sniff that out in men. It's inverse. The amount of pussy that you try to get is inverse to the amount of pussy you will get. If you don't want it, if you're not looking for it, it'll come on your lap. That's why married men get more pussy than straight men.
No,
I tell y'all what.
Wait. That's not wait.
Multiple
How,
options.
Curious though, how is it got sexless bedrooms though? I mean, that's kind of
Well,
like
You ain't gonna play the clip. You ain't gonna play the clip.
Gentlemen, please, one at a time. A lot of voices. Trey, you were trying to jump in there.
Well, I haven't spoken in a long time. I just
Imperious.
I want to respond.
If you want to wrap up, you can wrap up, Imperious. But Trey, you were trying to jump in there. So
yeah, I was just trying to respond to Imperious. Like Imperious, you're on a panel of very diverse mindset, and understand. I've been telling guys for the longest. Kind of looked at what I was crazy at first, but except for dirty folks, having multiple options, i.e., multiple women, is the only way right now. Right now, that is the only way.
I agree with that.
That's it. The only way. Anything else,
just
you're
not
fighting
having
an uphill
any,
battle
having
right
a
now.
purpose beyond women.
No.
If you have a purpose beyond women, they find that. Okay, go ahead. Yes.
No. That's not okay. Check this out. It's not about having a purpose beyond women, right? Because you should have your life mission, right? It is like an emperor has a whole bunch of concubines. He only sleeps with once a year. It's the fact that women only act right when they're competing. You're doing it for her, not for you. It's not a sexual thing. It's not like I want 3 girls so I can have menages every day. It's like I need you to talk to them, and then if you have something to say to me, put it in the suggestion box. I'll read it on Wednesday, and then we'll discuss it as a group. Like I don't need to talk to you, because anything you say with clothes on is not really gonna be pertinent anyway, unless it's business related. Women can't talk business, but if they try to
put it in the suggestion box, we'll talk about it on
Yeah,
Wednesday.
Pervy, it's not a sexual thing, bro. It's that if you choose to get into a relationship right now, you don't have nothing legacy like a SKC or somebody. This is the way forward. If you already got something and you're good, you're straight. But in the Western world, if you're going to go that route, no, this is the only way it works.
I think
give a girl middle management.
I think you're speaking from a perspective of one, you've kind of like had your children in life, so you're not really, and you're not at the point of life where investing in the nuclear family is worthy of your time and effort at this point. Like been there, done that, right? And then 2, once you do get to a later age in life, different relationship arrangements kind of make more sense. I'm not even.
I recommend this to the younger guys,
it,
bro. No. I recommend this to the younger guys. Get you 2. All the younger guys I know going overseas, get you 2 or 3. Have kids with them all. Build you an empire down there.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole other thing. In the U.S., it's not practical. Not only that, I'm against it just on a principle that's not Western culture per se. So I don't necessarily think that's the prescription.
How is it not Western culture? Wait, how is it not Western culture, Hood? How is it not?
Because polygamy isn't quite Western culture. It's a thing that people do secretly, but it's not the way.
It's already being done, Hood.
It's being done. Married men have mistresses and their wives know, and they argue about it every Saturday.
Like I said, secretly. Yeah, we can stand for secret polygamy. We can't stand for national polygamy.
But it's still
okay. Because here's the thing,
very,
Hood.
very slim segment.
You worried about the dudes that ain't getting none,
please tell
but they ain't gonna get none anyway, bro.
Stop. Hold on for a second. Imperious, I think I know where you're about to go. Those who can are going to do it anyway.
There's very few men that can buy and support several women, dude.
Thank you.
Like you guys understand, like the women that I deal with, like cost a lot, dude. Like they're wanting, like, dude, women don't like when you get to a certain level, women like expect certain things just as like they are. Like they're used to a certain lifestyle, and they're not even like a lot of the women that you think
Why
about
you
they're
dealing
not
with those
even in
women,
the
bro?
Right. And why do I
because
care
they're the
about her?
hottest
Hold on,
pussy
let
and they're the
me-
ones that have had the less
you-
dick.
It's
Like
no,
in
it's
Listen,
the
let me
end,
put
Bro,
this
the
straight.
them
most
same hot chicks will fuck a broke dude in 5 minutes if she
no,
meets him at a
That's
club,
there's
bro.
this is
You
what I'm
tell-
saying.
yo,
Like you guys,
a homeless dude, hey,
Bars.
yo, be quiet. A homeless dude right now could have a harem right now in the city of Atlanta,
this is
New
the
Jersey, and
belief right here,
Chicago. A harem, a
conservatives.
homeless dude.
This is the belief. This
I'm
is the
trying to
belief.
tell
This
you,
is literally
listen,
Yeah,
money
yeah.
does matter, bro. Money allows you options that you would have never considered of otherwise, bro.
But-
It's
oh,
not just the
obviously,
money.
and it's
Here's
Take
the
away the
thing.
money.
You
Take
gotta
away
have
the
the
money.
frame as that
No.
you gotta have
Like,
the
I
frame
can
as that
answer,
homeless dude that can have a harem. And that's
Wait.
no bullshit.
Wait,
Like
wait.
just
No,
the
yeah,
money
they can have
alone
a harem.
ain't
Frame
gonna
is
mean
one thing.
shit.
Frame is one thing, but Imperious, you were trying to answer. You were trying to speak. I'm
It's
sorry.
just
Imperious.
this just goes down to the ego of men because every man wants to believe they can fuck every woman.
Right.
No,
This is all just this
Imperious
is the
has the
problem. You
floor.
got,
Let him have it. Let him have it.
okay.
this is the issue. Like I know I'm never gonna be able to fuck Sydney Sweeney. Like
Why
would I want to? Sure. But I fuck pretty high at like up women, and you know what? Like I'm telling you from experience, those women are not like they're not even in the arenas that they would talk to some fucking like you guys think some bum ass black N word is going to be able to have that dude. If they walk up to those kind of women, those women are going to put a fucking a TRO on them.
Here's the
Like
thing.
you guys, this is
Here's
what
the
like they
thing,
don't like
Imperious.
people believe
Those
that they're no,
women,
but they like they people
those
don't
women go
believe there are.
slumming on the
I-
weekends, Imperious.
Okay, yes, they all go slumming. This is
They go
the
slumming,
TV.
bro.
This is the whole fucking Desperate Housewives media. How much influence? This is the whole issue. Like CT brought up in the joke that he was making the other day on that show that black men sleep with white women. It's less than 2% of white women that marry black men. It's less than 8% of white women that marry out of their race. It's
Bro,
more
this
than
race
20%
thing, bro.
of black.
We're talking women
No,
here.
but
Now
hold
you
on.
brought the
No,
race
it's
in.
what I'm talking.
You brought the race in, bro.
Okay,
I know what he's doing. though. There is a class. There is
There's
a
a
slight class
parallel to
race
what I'm
element.
talking
It's
about.
a class thing. It ain't a race thing. It's a class
No,
thing.
but that's part of it.
There are way
So,
more white
okay.
women in the higher class, so there is a class
Okay,
race.
Like
Okay,
white
well,
women
no,
see
here's the
black.
problem.
Like,
no,
do you
that's
think
not.
white women see black women anything other than pit bulls on a leash to make them act how they want to act?
I
They're
agree.
doing it because of
Okay,
their
it's
wait,
this
social
wait,
status.
the weird race
wait.
conversation
This
comes
is
into
a
play.
weird
No,
ass
And we're
because
getting
this
away.
is all
Hold
about
on,
it.
hold on. Thank you, Imperious, for not even dropping a hard R. He literally said N words, and I noted that it hasn't even gotten weird. I think he's making a solid point.
He is
and
not
that
making a
there-
solid point.
Hold on,
This
let
point
me
is
say the whole thing.
ridiculous, bro.
Let me say the whole thing. I think there is a solid point in that there are way more white women at the upper levels of economics. So there's a culture that they operate on that I don't know that everybody understands. So he's making his points from his experience.
Okay, hold on. Let me get this real quick.
Wait, I got
Okay.
you. I got you, Trey. I'm gonna take Trey point and I'm gonna knock this down. White
Okay.
women's wealth comes from men, so there's way more white men and women tag along. But Tyler's gonna tie to wherever Tyler's a soul. The fault with Trey's argument, I just understood it. Is Trey and I caught bodies like mass murderers? You may not be able to sleep with Sydney Sweeney, but me and my prime six packed up, I might be able to hit Sydney Sweeney. Like my confidence level is like I didn't hit R&B chicks. Like I think I could do it. Like I'm
But that's what
confident.
I'm saying. That is the ego of the unintelligent.
No, it's not the ego. I'm
Stupid people
smart.
think they're a lot more
ego is
capable
no.
of.
Hold up.
How's that
Imperious.
ego?
The ego of the unintelligent is thinking that this doesn't exist in the real world. When me and Dirty Folks have seen it in person, that
I
this is
can
what happens.
guarantee you.
This is what upper
you.
level white women do, bro. Upper level white women go slumming behind their husband's back, behind their family's
Yeah,
back.
they go
That
to
is
Africa.
what they do.
Upper class white women go to Africa to find
Did you see how much porn has
Let
ruined
me ask you
men's
guys.
mind?
Let me ask you guys a question. And this is a very
Round
porn
two.
thing, but
Fight.
let me ask you guys a
documented.
question.
This is
Let me
documented.
ask you guys a question. Right, in the grand totality of America, with the numbers being what they are in terms of demographics, do you really think every single white woman is out there slumming for every single black guy, or is it sort of a minority fetish?
It's not a black guy thing, bro. It's slumming, even for like a freaking
Even slumming
redneck
outside
chick.
of the race.
Yeah.
Let's say outside of the race, because fucking a white guy
That's-
doesn't necessarily discount them, but
Yeah,
No,
that's a
it
small
is, bro.
percentage. I don't see what the problem is. It's a
right.
small
What are you guys
percentage.
fighting for?
Listen,
But this is what I'm saying.
interracial. Hold on. Interracial in general is a small percentage.
Thank you.
So
Okay, so we're
let's
getting into the
stop.
weird race shit real quick. So,
No, we're not
It's not
getting
even
into any
weird.
let me
weird
let me
race
respond to
thing.
the
What are you
weird race
guys
shit.
fighting about? It's not even
No,
weird. Most white women are just not having sex with a bunch of black dudes. It's an
Like, it's
exception that
not
white guys
happening.
have,
Alright,
and
so
it's a
here's the thing,
bravado.
Hood.
It's a
When
false bravado that black guys have, but it's a minority thing, bro.
But the whole
it's
thing
not
is
a
nobody
false
even talked.
bravado,
But
bro. It's
nobody even
this.
spoke race though. Even if you talk
It's imperious
socioeconomic,
racing. Then let me get
I'm
the
just
mic for
saying
a
it's
second.
not weird to bring it up in this context. Nobody got
I'm gonna
weird
tell you
yet.
why it is. I'm gonna tell you why it
Okay,
is.
okay.
Because you bring it up and then you give white women the pass on the same shit that we were talking about. Those Keisha's posting on the screen. All these uppity white women are going through the same
Oh
thing.
yeah.
They're going
Oh
through
yeah.
the same struggle. They're even worse feminists than these freaking black chicks you're showing on the panel. You'd be better off marrying one of these quiche than marrying one of these white women that Imperious is talking about.
yeah,
Oh,
They are gonna
God.
make your life a holy hell, way worse than Quiche is.
Yeah, and
So
Keisha
Okay.
bringing the
parenting
race
alerts.
into it that completely derails the conversation from where we were at.
It was a parallel.
Yeah, I don't know if it derails, but I want
How is it a
Imperious to speak.
parallel?
Hold
How
on,
is
I
it a
want
parallel?
Imperious to make his point because I don't know if it derails it, but Imperious, you have it.
Because it's a parallel. It's a paradigm that we just have somehow created in our head and accepted as fact instead of looking in. Yeah.
Okay.
Like this is what I'm saying. Like we have these imaginary cognitive dissonances that are in our mind that we don't even realize that we just presuppose.
Like you just did,
That's
because nobody was talking about white women. You brought white women into the chat.
I'm
Nobody was
talking
talking about
about
white women.
class. I'm talking about that there's certain societal what would you call dividers.
There
So you
are
think this topic is not going to apply to the higher class versus it's going to be worse? You know,
The
I think, I
higher
think, I think he's saying things are different in the higher class,
the
not
guys in the higher
necessarily.
class are getting
This
fleeced
topic,
worse,
this
bro.
topic actually, hold on. This topic doesn't actually really apply to the higher class because you look at the higher class, they're actually married. Like, I
That's
don't
what I'm
think, I
saying.
don't,
more.
Yeah.
like,
Like and
like,
they think that people are stepping outside of their marriage. Like, do you understand that
hold on,
these
right?
state-
Right.
Go ahead, sorry,
Hold
go ahead.
on. I don't think you guys understand, right? I do multi-million-dollar jobs, right? And when I do it for these higher class people, they're married people. These aren't a bunch of single people running around like I'm not doing jobs for a bunch of 10-figure black women like they want you to believe, or white women for that matter. They're all married people.
You know
And
what,
for the
American?
last 30 years, that's all I've been around is higher class, like anything but niggas.
This is not a contest, bro. This is not a
I know,
contest.
but I'm saying this
This is
is
not a
their
contest.
lives. But here's the thing, bro. Their lives are exactly the same. What you see in the front is just a facade, bro. What's
No,
going
hold
on
on.
behind?
Hold on. Here's the thing, right? Does the dude have a side chick? Might the chick get piped down once or twice? Sure, right? We've all been there. But what I'm saying is when you get to the higher class, these people are married and they don't have certain problems.
Okay.
And I just don't think you guys are willing to accept the reality of it all.
Nobody
Well,
even
bro,
was
why
talking
do
about
we
that.
see it?
Well, hold
Oh,
on.
okay.
This is a total
And
outlier.
it's not even a white thing, really.
Well, yeah,
Hold on,
let's start it. Hold
Wait.
on, let's start it from the beginning because in periods, I think you introduced this whole avenue of conversation by pointing out how like the white women at the upper classes they just expect a certain lifestyle.
Total outlier. Total outlier. Bill Gates. Daughter.
But it's
So
not.
Bill
It's
Gates
look,
married and he rich, but his daughter rich too.
women do things and they associate with what they feel can provide them with the easiest and most protected life possible.
That
It's
is
not
so
that
untrue.
hard.
That is so untrue. But
It
at
is true.
at
Why
some
else,
point,
dude? Why do you think that their biggest complaint nowadays is they can't have kids because they don't believe there's enough money to ever afford having kids? Women want to have kids. The rich men have just convinced them that to have a kid, you got to be with someone that makes $1 million a year.
That's
So they're only
bullshit.
going
If
to
a
breed
woman
with
wants
you.
a kid, she'll drop a kid, bro. If a
No,
woman really
dude,
wants a
no,
kid, she'll drop one.
This is why third worlders are outbreeding us because they have a lower standard of belief in what.
Yeah, and they because this is what I'm saying. Yeah, it's they believe that these kind of women are just going to fall into your lap. Like this is like it's
Okay,
just,
so there's a problem. Imperious is this: if there would a higher earning guy, that guy could just make 150 a year, high society, whatever you call it. She's gonna drop a kid for him if he's that dude. These women are doing the whole ring by spring, marrying high value guys that don't do it for them. basically that don't freaking, get their juices flowing. Whichever way you want to look at it, it doesn't happen. And she sees that guy as just a provider. And when
Yep.
she sees him as a provider, she ain't gonna want to drop a kid for him because she
Yep.
Do you
doesn't
know?
want to be
Do,
burdened by that guy.
do you know one thing I notice about the Western world that I often hear from a lot of young people? Oh, I gotta make all this amount of money to have a kid. Do you know what happens in that mindset? You could make 200,000,
It'll never be
300,000.
enough. It'll never be enough.
Right, because your bills and everything will start to go up, and then you'll say, "Oh, see, I just can't have it to afford having a child." So yes, they have programmed these people to believe that you got to make 30 million to be able to afford a
It's
kid.
all with us,
And if you're making that
Lifestyle
much, you ain't doing anything but
It's
working
been like
anyway,
that.
so you don't have time for a kid. You're gonna be too tired.
I just had a thought, guys. And we're gonna wind this down in a second because we're well past the 3-hour mark. But something occurred to me. You guys remember that movie? I don't know if everybody's seen it. It's Kingdom of Heaven. Orlando Bloom.
Oh yeah, the Jerusalem one. Yeah.
Right. And so there's a moment, and it's amazing to me how we started this conversation talking about love versus need, and my whole theory was that men kind of want to be needed by women, and for some reason that just now it devolved into a weird argument about wealthy white women. I don't know how we just sort of devolved right here, but I think it really is. I think it really is a symbol of how important women are, and I was reminded of Kingdom of Heaven because there was a moment in the movie where I'm going to paraphrase for women's sake here. And there was a moment in the movie where he was like, how much are women worth? And he said nothing. And then he turned around and said everything. And because they were literally at holy war. And that's really the state of women. On the one hand, it's like theoretically women have zero value in terms of doing what it takes to build the things that needed to be built. But they have so much intrinsic value that nothing will get done without them.
But Hood, here's the problem: is that you don't really. Yeah, here's the thing: you don't really like flourish as a man until you realize that that's completely bullshit. For the women have no intrinsic value whatsoever, minus giving you some pussy. That's it.
Bro, the fact that we all devolve into arguments over women constantly shuts you up.
I think I can end it for you right here whenever you're ready.
Prove me wrong, Hood.
I'll prove you. Look, a lot of
Imperious, you're gonna come up at the end.
A lot of greatest men.
Yeah, just let me know when you're ready. I'll end it for you on one.
A lot
saying.
of greatest men really didn't have like Napoleon Hill. A lot of great men really didn't sleep with their wives. They just had them as showpieces. But here's the thing: this is the argument I want to make. Y'all made it about white women, but let's keep it classism. There is no room that I can't walk in. And when I walk in the room, I'll be laughing. I'm like, yo, how y'all getting there? They be like, oh, man, dirty folks, man, welcome here. You got to be bred into this, man. You got to be part of the bourgeois. You got to know the right people. And I'll be laughing because I'm right here with you eating the free chicken. But, and y'all seen my new show intro, Dirty Politics. I'm with senators, congressmen, you know what I'm saying, leaders of the industry, captains of the industry, millionaire people. And I'm in the room with them. I'm at the millionaire mixers. And I'm not a millionaire. And I still get asked before I leave. Because Tyler's gonna title wherever Tyler's are sold. Bro. It's not that it's you're saying people don't have access to those rooms, and a lot of people don't. But if you get in that room, you still gonna fuck. So they still gonna do their thing. The room is created by men. Those millionaire rooms are created by men. When women have an opportunity to do things, they make it very female centric. Women's Expo, Black Women's Expo. When men have something that's inclusive, women show up to be around those men. So you still gonna fuck. There's never not a time I'm not gonna fuck. I went to the Debbie Does Dallas movie premiere in LA, and it was like, "Are you a producer? I'll fuck you on the dance floor." I've been to Mayor what's our gay ass mayor name, dog? Brandon Johnson. I ate chili with Brandon Johnson. I'm eating chili with Brandon Johnson, talking about, man, look, I need funding. Ain't got them.
I feel like a sentence that goes, "I ate chili with Brandon Johnson" needs a pause in it somewhere for some reason.
It was a chili taste off. I went there.
Right, taste off. It needs a pause.
Pause. Yeah, that is a pause. I made it worse.
Dude, that's even worse.
I made it worse.
You was eating
abort mission.
A chili glizzy with the Mayor Mohawk.
Man, you gotta live stream that next time, bro.
I got a short on it. Me and my boy Conto. I'm cracking jokes because he brought Zatarans to a chili cookout, so all the chili tastes the same. I got a short on it. But like, if you're in those rooms, you're gonna y'all act like women are something that can't be acquired. Their whole role is to be acquired. They're not to be kept. The difference between me saying that in my prime I could sleep with Sydney Sweeney versus I could marry Sydney Sweeney is a huge gap. I think I can fuck anybody. Whether I can keep them, maintain a relationship, finance their lifestyle, that's a totally different. Nah.
Yeah,
You
I don't
said
know
the
if that's
key
what we're
word there,
arguing
Dirty.
about. Yeah, let's
Dirty.
pass it on. Let's pass it on. I don't know if that's what we're arguing, but let's pass it on.
Well, you said the key word there, Dirty. Think. Go ahead. Whoever's next.
Bro,
Well,
bro,
Look
now,
what Free Zone said up
you
there.
stepped in. Hold on, American man, you stepped in. You might as well own it right now because we're gonna wrap this up. So I want to.
No. I just wanted to say that the key word that you used was think.
All right.
But
You
my
spoke
body,
now. Forever hold your peace.
my body
We're
counts
gonna move
as-
this around. We're gonna move this around. Snowman, you're kind of next up in the lineup here, so I want to get some closing thoughts on Snowman. I want to end on Imperious. So I'm gonna let everybody else talk.
Nah, go ahead. This shit was wild, dude.
It really was an interesting show. You know, there's the show and then there's the panel. Sometimes I want to split it up into two different shows, but it won't be as smooth.
No, this is wild. That's all I got, man.
Thank you for that, Mr. O. What's going on, man? Walk us home, bro. What you got?
Oh man, I was gonna say, man, the current state of things, like you said, what song did you say earlier was the best love song? Hood.
Hathaway. What is love, baby? Don't hurt me anymore.
No, I have to one up you, sir. I believe the Mark Ronson "Return of the Mac" is the best love song ever made because it has the actual all the ingredients. He loved, he got hurted, and he built confidence and went back out there and said "Return of the Mac." I mean, that's a triumphant song.
I get you, but Mackin ain't love. He's a Mac now. Love is
But
dead.
he was in love.
That's
He
why
was
it's not
in
a
love.
love song. That's why it's not a love song because
that's
love
why
is
he's a
dead,
Mac
and now
now.
He was
he's a
still in
Mac.
love. No, he was in love, and he was still in love.
You
But he had
can't
to go back.
Mac with love, bro. You got to kill love to Mac properly. Like any
I-
pimp would tell you, you can't pimp with love in your heart, bro.
But you got to love the Mac. No, you got love to pimp, but
No, you got to love the game, bro.
You gotta
That's
love
not
the
the
game.
same.
You gotta love the game, bro.
I'm not even a pimp, and I know these things. What are we doing here? Come on.
That's me saying my mentee 26. He in the age bracket for love. Like I'm not in the age bracket for love because I've been there. I've been 20 before. My uncle told me the realest thing, and this goes to the socioeconomic scale too. But he was talking about physical.
Stop stealing the mic, Dirty. Go ahead, wrap it up.
All right,
You got
wrap
it.
it up. 12 years old. I'm 12 years old. My uncle told me two things on how to get girls. My grandmother told me one thing, and it was just be with the girl that want to be with you. Don't be with the girl you want to be with. That was great advice, Grandma. It was bad advice telling me not to date white women. But anyway, my uncle told me two things. Number one, he said, man, only talk to girls that's smiling. Never talk to a girl that's mad. Because you can keep a girl happy, but you can never make a girl happy. That was great. That's when I look at these dudes like, baby, why you ain't smiling? Smile for me, baby. I'd be like, oh, his game all the way fucked up.
Yep.
And the second thing he told me, he said, if ugly girls like you, then pretty girls like you. Pretty girls just ain't got to tell you. So if an ugly girl tell you look nice today, be like, thank you, and then holler at a pretty friend.
Same way with the older. I mean, if an older woman tell you that you look good, a younger woman know you look good. So
this is why I have the confidence to tell ugly girls no, because I know I can do better. Shout out to Trader MBD. What up, man? We about to wrap it up, bro. Let's close it out. What you got, man?
All right. As we've seen, it's crazy how this week is going with that debate last Monday. But it's just a divide in this space. And I just see that a lot of guys, a lot of y'all younger dudes, y'all are still caught up on love. Y'all believe there's a love and a need from women. Like you got to have something from them or provide something for them. And that's where it's caught up. And until once you see the clarity that, Free Zone said, it devolved in a box because that's nothing what they are. And once you realize they're just box, okay, what else kind of value can they provide to me? And they have to meet a certain threshold. If they meet that threshold, okay, cool, keep them around. But a lot of guys, they don't want to just accept that because they're still going to search and find, I want love. I want what my grandfather had. I want this. But it just doesn't really exist.
You don't want what granddad had. No.
Yeah, it just doesn't exist. Because, hold up real quick, Dirty. Is that you put the women in the right box and you can live a long, happy life with them. But if you in that love and need part towards them, you need that from them. No, man, you're gonna catch an L real quick.
I don't want to manipulate.
Yes,
but
Miss
you just
Cantrell, they are Miss Cantrell.
you-
And the quickest I have to teach, and guess what? They have to learn. Well, thank God my oldest daughter realized that and used it to her advantage. Went on the offensive
Miss
because she listened to
Cantrell's
me
gonna
long
get some
enough.
of my anatomy.
Like
There
I
you
said,
go. No, you already got sugar bum,
Right,
Imperious.
you're gonna have
You already
to
got a
take the
baby
purse
mama.
that you paid for, bro. You wanted that, you got
take
it.
the
There's no
purse that you paid
takebacks, bro.
That's a bar. Take the purse that you paid for as a bar. I ain't
Listen,
gonna-
Imperious. I said you were gonna get the last thought
That's
before
a
I go.
bar
So
like a motherfucker.
now you're up. Now you're up. I'm gonna shut all these other people up. You got it, Imperious.
All right. Well, look, I think it's very simple. Men and women don't love the same way, and the problem is men put their type of love into women. Like they expect women to love men the way that men love women, just intrinsically like that. And that's not female love. Female love is conditional onto what you can provide for them. Male love is like self-sacrifice, honor, duty, loyalty. All those things are male concepts. They're not female concepts. And so I think men just don't see things the way that the reality is. Men have just as much or even more of an issue of seeing love and through goggles and the relationship of male and females in just as much of a altered view as women do.
That's fact.
And I think men have a refusal to acknowledge that. We refuse to acknowledge that a woman is never going to actually love you like that. They're not like, if you are on a sick and you lose your job and she can't fucking survive with you, she's going to leave you while you're sick.
Yep.
Fucking Imperious.
It is what it is. That is
God
what they,
damn it.
No cuttings, no interruptions, no rebuttals. I'm wrapping it up. Got Imperious. Take it on. Take it on, Imperious.
we need to just live in the real world. Nietzsche had this quote: "A real man wants two different things, danger and play. Therefore, he wants woman as the most dangerous plaything."
I just
And
saw
the more-
this about-
Carmen actually put that quote in the chat yesterday.
that's
and the
what
more
that-
beautiful and the
that's
more
what that-
beautiful the woman, just like in nature, the more beautiful the thing, the more
the more
dangerous,
dangerous it is. Yeah.
The
And
more
so
beautiful
why I
the thing,
say-
the more dangerous it is. I love that.
You know what, Trey? You know Trey
No.
said some real- I'm not about
We
to go. I'm
have
about
to go. We
I'm
have
about
to go. We
I
have
just
to
want to
go.
I just want to say this to Trey. Trey spit facts, and Trey, I just want you to know, bro, that they don't know what to do after they get the girl. They want to acquire the girl, and then they want the girl to act how they want to act. They don't have a plan for them. They don't have a training process for their toddler, and that's a huge problem. That
Let
we
me
have.
finish after if I can, but
Yeah,
Everyone
please
will be
wrap it up,
MBD.
Imperious. Please. You know these guys are classless heathens. We
But the
have no
fucking
rules
animals
here.
in here.
I know, right? Jeez, good. You got it, bro.
I'm a heathen, but I got class. Goddamn it.
Heathen with
I'm
class.
just
All
gonna
right,
say
good.
it's
Imperious.
been a good panel actually. What I think in the end is men need to return to what men are. I think it has nothing to do with women. Women have been the same throughout eternity. It's that men have changed to try to accommodate women and believe that's the way to acquire a mate, when everything they're doing to try to bring down society, whether it bringing illegals in, whether it be domestic violence laws, whether it be all those things are shit tests to get men to respond in the crazy aggressive way to shut them down. And they will push men in a biological aspect to decipher out who are the A-type males who can control them and control their self-destructive instinct. Women, if they're honest with you, if you're a married man, your wife will tell you, thank you for controlling and making sure this is done. I can't sometimes handle things. Women are not meant to do all this and have all this pressure on them, or they can't even a lot of the times decide what they want to eat that night. Okay? And so it's all a facade. Feminism, working, all that shit. The more a woman dives into that, the more deep down they want the complete opposite guy to take them out of it and reinforce their traditional biological role. Okay, that's all it is. That's why the most feminine women are the ones with the highest grape fantasies.
That's wild.
Hey, that's a good close.
Listen. You know, I put this on Twitter the other day. Pimps understand things about women that will scare you to death as a square. But thank you so much for
I
that,
got beef
bro.
though, man. Imperius just came up here and said what me and Dirty been saying for years, and you glazing him because he's a white man.
Hey,
No,
hey,
you want to?
I want
Hey, you
to.
want to? Okay, I'll leave you.
You go way too far. Let him have the last thought. Don't
Hey,
go
hold on.
so.
I'll give you. All right. I'll give you
Goddamn
something to
right.
leave it on. I'll give it to something from a white man to leave it on. One of my fathers, Tom Likas. Stop fucking focusing on women when you're in your teens and 20s. Your future woman right now is 10 years old. Get your fucking head out of your ass and wait for her to get to 20, and then you can focus on them.
God, that
Well,
sounds like
look,
Dirty
listen.
and MBD.
Hey, I know, right? Didn't I just say, man, 25
The game is what it is, man. The game is what it is. You just got to be ready for it. But we got a lot of voices up here, and I had to kind of put a lid on this because I gotta get out of here.
Savage, man. They act like
We're gonna come back. I got one because I've been off like yesterday. No, what today's Monday. See, I've been off all day today, and I don't have to go back to work until tomorrow afternoon. So I got a solid break, and I gave you guys a lot of content today. We're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna come back, probably do another show tomorrow, and then who knows what, because I gotta start driving again. So appreciate you guys for coming up to the show. Now I get to have closing thoughts. I'm gonna drop everybody from the panel right now. Thank you so much for coming up. Shout out to Imperius, Trader NBD, Mr. O, Angry Snowman. We had American Man up on the panel earlier. Thank you guys so much for coming up and filling out the show with me. Now, that being said, though, I want to close off with a couple of thoughts here. First of all, shout out to SKC, the Big Brother Coon. This is my homie right here. We haven't done a one-on-one. You know, we talk about this kind of thing one-on-one. The last time we had a conversation one-on-one, it was the love versus duty, I think is how I framed it. And it was a whole, it wasn't really connected to what we're talking about tonight directly, but loosely connected, right? That being said, I think you would be appreciative of the angle I took tonight. I see you typed in the chat, SKC loves and needs Mrs. SKC. And I think that's the appropriate model. My entire focus tonight was basically interdependence, right? You don't need each other as a man and a woman starting out from the beginning. The whole point of the relationship is to create the need within one another. I need her and she needs me to do these things. We do these things in cooperative fashion so that we can grow and develop together individually and as a unit. And the children grow and benefit from our mutual need. The fact that we are committed and respectful of our mutual need creates profit, is a very crass word for it, but excess, right? It creates benefits that our children can now thrive under. And that was my entire focus of the show. The idea of the modern relationships being purely romantically driven is why I did this show. There was a couple of conversations that came up where this topic came up, and not only did I have these conversations, I pulled up a couple of clips from the Lapeef Network that also had that same conversation about the modern romantic dynamic where women essentially expect that their relationship be built on romantic love more so than a mutual interdependence between the two of you. And I just don't think it's a functional way to go. It's not a way that we can actually build on going forward. And thank you, SKC, for the $10 super chat, by the way. Take our money, hood. You guys are hilarious. Thanks for making tea come out of the missus's nose. The panel gonna do what the panel gonna do. I said this to somebody else in regards to a whole other conversation, but I don't apologize for content, right? The panel is what it is. The guys are funny, man. That's why we have them around. And then lastly, shout out to Chocolate Bunny. Let me address this really quickly. There was a clip about Tommy Sotomayor and apparently a white supremacist guy. And Chocolate Bunny, I will have you know, I have the clip on my phone playing now. And so now that we're shutting the show down, thank you so much for your 777. These weird numbers be coming up. It's an Apple Pay thing, I guess. She asked me, did I get a look at the clip of Tommy? And I'm doing my homework right now, Chocolate Bunny. You give me homework and I'm doing it. So I'm gonna shut this down, and I'm gonna get me some more food. You know, I made me some pasta, some salad. I'm gonna go back for a second pass over that. And I'm gonna listen to Tommy because you asked me to do that. So thank you to Chocolate Bunny. I'm gonna go do my homework and have me dinner. I'm gonna have me some supper right now, and we'll come back to that. Thank you so much for coming through tonight. Appreciate all of you guys for all of your continued support. You know, it occurs to me every now and then that I've been doing this for a couple of years, and a handful of you guys have been around for a couple of years, and I'm touched by that. I really am. But we're gonna get out of here. Thank you all so much for coming through tonight. Hit that like button. Like, share, and subscribe on your way out. Please, if you are not a member, please consider becoming a member of the Church of Misogyny. I'm thinking about kind of rolling out this idea of the Church of Misogyny a little bit harder. You know, once upon a time, we called ourselves the Gulag. You know, the Gulag is a place for political prisoners and such and whatnot. But lately, I think I'm liking the Church of Misogyny a little bit more as a flag to wave. I think we're going to lean into that a little bit harder going forward. So do me a favor, please consider becoming a member of the Church of Misogyny. You can tell I've been drinking since before the show started. I'm just about drunk now. But join the church. That's all I'm trying to tell you, goddammit.
Get it again. Okay, I'm going to say it again. I come in the name of Jesus. Repeat it after me, bitch. I come in the name of Jesus by the power of the Holy Spirit.
Oh, look at you, Chocolate Bunny. Stop instigating Chocolate. Me and Carmen going to talk later. Oh, my goodness. We out of here, y'all. Have a good night, y'all. Thank you so much for coming out. Like, share, and subscribe. We are done.
Aspiring to be patriarchs like what white men have, that isn't freedom. That isn't going to help anybody. It's certainly not going to help black people.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.